Okay. Oh, wrong caption. I should be doing this. Never mind. All right, let's get started on the journaling. But I have a different plan today. Let me just get something. Two things actually: coffee and my and my journal book. Coffee, journal book. So one of the things that this is actually not my first time doing Isha Kriya. This is my second time. So in the first time was immediately after the completion of inner engineering program, and we got started on a 40. It's supposed to be a 48-day mandala, which is a 48-day challenge, so to speak. But I didn't want to wake up early as 6:30 a.m. in the morning back then, so I opted to do one Isha Kriya per day. And what that means is that if I do this way, I need to do it 90 days. And I dropped off after about 30 days or so, or 20 something days. So the reason is simply because of, because when you do Isha Kriya, when you do any form of meditation, we got to understand that meditation is training. As a beginner, beginners tend to think of meditation as calming. It is not about calming yourself. It is about training yourself. Nice. It is not about calming yourself. It is about training yourself. It is training yourself to become more aware, to become more in touch with the truth. So today's the third day, and as I was going through the meditation just now, I'm starting to see again some of the things that I'm more aware of. And this time around, I got to be very careful, because the last time, reason why I stopped is because I became a lot more aware, and but not a lot more accepting. A lot more aware, and because the more aware you are, the more you see things. You know, as an example, one of my friends is an avid vegan. She became spiritual, and as a result of that, she could not eat animals anymore. To a certain point where now she's pretty evangelical about veganism. So hats off to her. But you know, at a certain point, she becomes very disturbed when she sees other people eat meat. So awareness must come with acceptance. When you are aware, when you're very, very aware, but you're not accepting things the way they are, that will breed a lot of problem within yourself. So now I've become more aware, and some things that I'm becoming aware of is the things that people say. So yesterday someone pointed out something very interesting. Yesterday night, just as I was about to go to sleep, this friend of mine, she pointed out that lately I've been cutting cords lately. I've been cutting a lot of cords. Yeah, that's true. And the reason why I do that is because when, you know, why do F1 cars, how can F1 cars be so fast? Let me Google for a while. F1 car CC.
I found a few locations for one car DC near you.
No. This is Google. Okay, F1 car engine capacity. It's 1.6 liters. 1.6 liters. 1.6 liter car, but able to race at 200 plus 300. Wait, let me check. Let me check that for a while. Car speed record. 372 kilometers per hour. That is the highest record achieved by an F1 car. Why do this happen? 1.6 liters, but 370, more than 300 kilometers per hour speed. This happens not because of the strength of the engine, but because of the lightness of the car, the vehicle itself. So, as a human, if we want to live life intensely, if we want to live life fully, it's very important that we shed unnecessary weight. It is very important that we let go of the things that have stopped working for us. Otherwise, everything that we do, we have to carry around the bulk of the baggage that follows us around. Sometimes that baggage can be family, Sometimes that baggage can be friends. Sometimes it can be passion. Sometimes it can be beliefs. Sometimes it can be your work, your relationship. But whichever aspect of life it is that is heavy, we owe it to ourselves to cut it loose. And it may sound at first to be cold, but it is not. It is the most kindest and compassionate thing you can do for yourself, to let go of excess baggage. So right now, I'm in this process where more and more people are becoming aware of what I do. I am becoming more aware of what I do. And yesterday night, just before I go to sleep, or rather actually this morning when I wake up, I receive a text message from my mom. It wasn't a text message, it was more like a voice message. She said, with a very angry tone, she says, Felix, what are you doing nowadays? Don't do things that makes me upset. So no doubt, either herself or one of my family members or extended family members, I should add, and I should stress extended family members, have probably been seeing this and concerned that I might go to hell. So started to send her messages and whatnot. It is what it is, So right now, this is what's happening, and I need to accept that as well. The community that I talked about leaving, I have done it yesterday, and they have reached out to me, some of them, and why have you left the community? Because I've always been an avid supporter of that community for many years now. So I am going to have a conversation, tell the founder properly, proper farewell, So that's what's gonna happen. I'm no longer feeling sad about it. It's a phase, and yeah, more cutting cords to come actually. So if my extended family members are feeling concerned, my family members so to speak, if they are feeling concerned that what I'm doing is gonna lead me down the path of evil, they haven't seen the surface of it yet. There's a lot more that I have planned for my own personal self-development, and it is not something that I am going to give up. I'm only thankful that I'm born in the right century, because if I'm born probably 5 centuries ago, I would be hung by now. Yeah, that is that. So that is how I feel. That's my feelings for this morning. I'm feeling pretty joyful that I've let go of a lot of things, and a lot more to come. Every one of it, no doubt, will bring with it a certain level of grief. But it's something that I must be prepared to do in order to achieve what I want to achieve in my life. Now, intentions. So I highly recommend, this is a practice that I've been doing before MCO, but since MCO happened, it has been derailed. So what I do, this came from my wealth mentor, Thomas. So what I do is that every day, okay, I write down at the top of the page here today's date, followed by the date of the end of the year, which is 31st December 2020. And then I write a thank you letter to myself from the future that says, Felix, thanks for staying joyfully committed. As a result, we have ... and I list down 10 results that I want to get by the end of the year. So before MCO, before my spiritual experience during MCO, all of the things that are listed down here are pretty materialistic, I would say. And now that I have gone through that phase, that stage, most of these things no longer feels relevant to me. But I do want to restart this practice because when I was doing this, it gave me a lot of clarity on what do I focus on a day-to-day basis, and it gave me a lot of focus. So I'm gonna start doing that again right now. 30th. Wednesday. I'm gonna write here. Okay, so here's how you do this. Name. Thanks for staying joyfully. And I'm going to switch the word committed to devoted. As a result, let me see. What do I want to keep? Number one is been living in our dream house. I would say I'm living in my dream house right now, so I don't need it anymore. Been making 50K a month. 50K per month. Yep. I think I will limit it to just 5. Okay, focus is important. Paid off all my loans. By the way, it's just as a context, all of this is, most of it has got to do with financial, because last year that was where I am, financially not so good. Actually, financially good is just that where I came from, which is 2 years ago, financially very bad, which is the reason why the goals are mostly financial. So paid off all my loans, I'm going to circle it, all my loans. 3, build 6-pack abs. So one of my core members in Authority Institute's mentoring program said, Felix, hey, you should put up a picture of yourself with 6-pack abs. And so I was like, nope. Not because I don't want to, but because I don't have 6-pack abs. Unfortunately, we live in a judgmental world. So a lot of people would like to, it is their karma as well, but a lot of people would require that their fitness or teacher looks really good. So it's something I need to work on as well. What else? 4. Gain cult following in KL SEL. Now, when I say cult following, I don't mean to form my own cult, but what I mean to say is, like, when you watch a movie and they say this movie has a cult following, what it actually means is that there's a certain niche of people who are very, very interested, who are fans of that particular movie. That's what it says called cult following. So this is not to feed my ego. This is simply because in order for me to gain traction in my own personal life purpose, I need to have a following. And the kind of things that I want to do is esoteric, which means it's not something that that mainstream public would appreciate. It's very, 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 very niche. So that's the reason why I phrase it this way. And let me see. Drawing workstation energy pod. You know what? I'm gonna extend it from 5 to maybe 7. I would like to be connected with various meaningful, beautiful, and inspirational people. Okay, number 6. I want that. Drawing workstation and energy pot. Okay, so drawing workstation is this really cool thing, right? It's like a workstation where you install your monitors, and what you do is that you hop on in. It's like a capsule, and you can press a button and it zzz, like that. It's like sitting in a spaceship, and you can see 6 screens at once, and it has a dedicated drinks holder and stuff like that. So it's very, very comfortable to work in there. And one of the key things, the only thing that I'm dissatisfied about where I live is that I don't have the furniture, or rather, my house don't seem to be very, very conducive for extended working environment. So having a drawing workstation would change a lot of things. And energy pot is actually basically a sleeping chamber. It's just that when you hop into it, it's very, very comfortable, and it can isolate yourself from all the external sounds. Very useful, considering I have a cat running around making noise all the time, meow, 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 meow. So that would be great. And finally, I want to support my parents who live in KL, so I'm going to write it down. Okay, so by doing this, basically every day you write it down. You write down all the intentions for the year, every single day. And you just write the same thing, same damn thing, over and over and over. And it incorporates an element of gratitude as well. So the gratitude bit is your name. Thanks for staying joyfully devoted. As a result, with ... What it means is that now you're making it a part of your ritual, you're part of your culture, your way of life, to constantly remind yourself what is the objective for this year, what is the intention for this year. And I want you to understand this. This is not desire, okay? This is not desire. There is no need to desire something which is already yours. Just because you haven't yet experienced something like this, it doesn't mean it is not yours. Like how if you leave your house right now, just because you're not experiencing your house does not mean your house is not yours. If you want to experience your house, all you got to do is take the necessary step, which is to get in your car, drive home, right? So likewise, all these things that I wrote down, just because I'm not experiencing it right now, it doesn't mean that it is not mine. All it means is that I need to take the necessary steps to get here. And that is by no means a desire. It is an intention for the year. So that is that. I'm going to draw a line. Okay. Next, we're going to talk about intentions for the day. So what intentions do I want to have today? Today, I have a coffee with 2 friends on Facebook getting coffee with Harmon. So yeah, if you guys want to come in, please come in, and let's have that sorted out. Let's do the session later. But more importantly, I have something on my mind just now. Oh, I got to run a poll. So run a poll is like this. I have 3 things that I want to describe what I do, and the reason why I need to come up with this is because the way I describe it is unmarketable. So my mentors at Authority Institute says, okay, let's make you more packageable. So they said, okay, let's do option 1, option 2, option 3, run a poll. Let's see how it goes. So I'm going to run a poll on that later on and see what is the most popular response. Number 2. So I have a new client at 3 p.m. today. It's her first session with me. My intention is to have fun Have fun coaching her. And that's important because if you're a coach and you're dreading the session, the coaching session with your client, that's not going to work out as well. So I want to have fun to coach her, and I just know that when I have fun, I will be able to do well as well, and I will be able to give her the best value. Number 3. Accept the hunger. So this one, it's my 3rd day on 1 meal a day. The hunger ain't going away. The hunger ain't going away at all. Yep. In fact, one of the things that I've learned from doing intermittent fasting is how you feel is vastly determined by how much you sleep and what you ate for your last meal. So yesterday night, after I finished eating my primary food, I still feel hungry, and I know why I feel hungry, because I didn't have enough protein, but I had this craving for popcorn. So I went down there and grabbed and like MBO Cinema, and I bought popcorn and Coke, which is a 0-calorie Coke. Ooh. Okay, so I ate that, and as a result of doing that, the caffeine in the Coke kept me up until I think 1-2 a.m. in the morning, and I woke up at like 4:30 a.m. So I had like 2.5 hours of sleep. And yesterday night, because there's so much sugar inside popcorn, caramel popcorn, so I'm expecting my ghrelin signals to be pretty strong today. My cravings are gonna be pretty strong. Karma, right? So the intention here is to accept the hunger fully. Yep. Oh no. Okay, legacy task. Okay, so I have a survey that someone agreed to at 9:30 p.m. tonight. So I'm going to conduct a survey. So the survey is to gain market insights and get feedback on what do people think I do. So if you guys want to do this survey with me, I'm very willing to offer a free coaching service, one session coaching with you on any facet of your life. And that's important as well for me, because I would like you to experience my value before you do the survey, so you can articulate what value it is exactly. So that will be the one survey. What else? Is there anything else that I can do? Feels a bit lacking. I feel I can do more. What else can I do? I'm like stuck. Okay. Invite people. Right. I can send an email to my subscriber database. Email subscribers to do survey. Yep, that'll be great. That'll be awesome. And I think that's enough. Oh, okay. I want to do a Facebook post. Do a Facebook post on what I have. Amazingly, as I woke up this morning, I suddenly have 3 ideas, but I can't remember what those ideas are right now. Well, anyway, those are my legacy tasks. One question. What question do I want to think about today? What difficult questions can I ask myself today? Okay, I need some thinking on this one. What questions can I ask myself today? That's a good one. How can I serve you guys best? Should I really charge high? So the nature, the essence of this question is this. The more influential you are, the more readily people are willing to throw you money. That's a fact, okay? So this is the reason why people like Osho, Sadhguru, all these mystics of India, all these famous people who created foundations, they create a foundation because if they make a service out of it, if they make a service-based business out of it, what's going to happen is that the typical business elevation process involves coming up with multiple tiers of product. You have a very low tier, moderate tier, and high ticket. So the high ticket one is normally in excess of 5 figures and tens of thousands, you know. So the problem with that is that some people enroll into programs such as these in hopes of salvation, in hopes of, okay, if I pay this amount, I will be saved. So we see that a lot. There's a lot of people who does that. Let me pay this 15 grand. Let me pay this 15 grand. So for this mentor to save my business. So that is not the way it is. Ultimately, when it comes to mentoring programs, the person who really rescues you, the person who really teaches or rather really transforms you is you. It's not the mentor, it's you. So realized mystics don't do that anymore, or rather they never done it in the first place, because if they do that, then they would be accumulating a crazy amount of money, while people who are quote unquote broken will be just throwing money at them and signing up left, right, and center, even investing their whole life savings. So that doesn't serve you guys. That is not good. So, but right now, in where I am right now, I am starting. So it is important to gain traction. Because of this, I need to make a decision, a firm decision on my values here. Should I create a high ticket program or not? I'm pretty clear of the answer, but it's nice to just think about it anyway. So I'm just gonna write it out. Should I continue to charge high ticket prices? That's all, I guess. And writing it down this way allows me to refer to it throughout the whole day and to check it off whatever it is that I've done. So to speak, this is what's going to what I'll be doing for today. And if you guys want to follow me 6:30, by all means go ahead, come on board, and we shall meditate together once more. All right. For now, that's all. Bye.